In this video, I'll be showing how to get the Adurite Crown of O's in Roblox, so make sure to subscribe with the notifications on for more guides on how to get Roblox items, and like the video. If you don't know what's happening, there's something called Roblox Developer Awards program, and this is the second phase of it where developers can get items. The first couple of these are pretty easy to get, like the Gold Crown of O's. You just need to ask your friends to join because you only need to get 100 different people in your game within a month. And then the Bombastic one, you needed 1,000 different people, so it was a bit harder. You would have to spend a long time asking people, trying to get people to join, but now we're on the Adurite one. And here's what it says. You need to get 10,000 or more MAU to get the Adurite Crown of O's. MAU stands for monthly active users, and that's how many different people have played your game within a month. It counts for all months since 2018, because I think that's when Roblox started providing monthly reports that had MAU in them, so that's the furthest back that it can accurately track, I think. Also, it only counts for your most popular game, so one of my games had 50,000 MAU and another one had 75,000, so I would get the 100,000 crown, but it isn't combined, so like I'm not gonna get it because I'm not at 100,000 MAU yet. According to my math, if you had 3 concurrent players on your game, so 3 players on at all times, then you're going to get this crown. So assuming that 3 different players are on your game and the average time people spend in Roblox games is around 10 minutes, then in a day you would get 432 different players in your game, which means in a month you would get 12,960 different players, which is over 10,000, so you'd get the Adurite Crown. So if you have a very small game that just has a few players in it at all times, then you're definitely gonna get this crown. That's assuming that it's not the same people just rejoining, because then that would give you visits, and monthly active users is different because it's how many different people have played your game, and visits is just how many times people have played your game. But usually with small games, the same people don't come back, it's usually just new players. So if you own a very small game that just has a few people on it, you're probably gonna get it. The Adurite Crown is kind of easy to get. Like, it's way harder than the gold and bombastic ones, but it is not nearly as hard as the other crowns. So all you need to do is get 10,000 different players in your game, and I have some suggestions for that. This is gonna be a little different from my previous videos though. Well, there is one thing that's the same, but that tactic is not gonna be nearly as effective since 10,000 different players is way harder. If you just like ask your friends to join, you're maybe gonna get 20 of your friends in, they can invite their friends, and you'll have maybe 40 people there, but that is definitely not nearly enough to get 10,000. But here are my tips. So my first tip is to join my Discord server linked in the description. It is going to be near the top of the description, and there's a channel called Crown of O's. You can post the link to your game there, and it's always good to have a little bit of players at first. Like, a few people are probably gonna join, but not nearly enough to get 10,000 people there. It's always good to start off with a few people on your game versus having none, because if you have a little bit of players, then it can make your search results be better. Like, if you search something random, for example, if we wanted to do a spaghetti obby, and we looked that up under games with a few players named spaghetti obby are gonna be at the top. Like, right here, spaghetti obby, it has 159 visits. So actually, someone here should make Spaghetti Obby and try to get a lot of players on it, because no one is really that high up. I'm really hoping someone here actually makes a Spaghetti Obby, but here's how you make a game. So go over to create. If you're on mobile, you're just going to have to use your default place, which is going to be a lot harder. I'm not sure if you can configure it on mobile, but if you go over to your profile, and then creations, click your default place, then you're gonna be able to edit it possibly on mobile, I don't know. But this is gonna be very hard to do if you're on mobile, because you're gonna have to get 10,000 different people to play a default Roblox place. I mean, if you're dedicated enough, you could probably get 10,000 people to play your game, but it would be very hard, and it would require a lot of spamming. Like, I recommend don't spam on groups that are just, like, not participating in this at all, because there are some groups that say that you can post your game on the group wall. Like, for example, my group, if we go over to it, you can see I wrote here, post your game on the group's wall if you want to get the crowns and stuff, and you can see people right here are posting their games. So then you could just do the same exact thing, and then maybe a few people will join from here. Maybe like 3 to 5 people, but it's gonna get like buried in the group wall pretty fast, so this is a little efficient, but you're gonna have to say your game a lot and basically just like spam it on the group wall for people to see it. And like I said earlier, there's a channel in my Discord server where you can post your game, so if you do that in my Discord server and on my group's wall, then you're probably gonna get a decentish amount of players. Like, maybe at the most you're gonna get 10 players on your game at the same time, and 50 visits just by doing that for a few minutes, but then if you keep doing that a lot, then you're probably gonna eventually get 10,000 different people in your game. If you're on mobile and you're trying to get this yourself, then that's probably your best bet to get the crown, but I recommend if you're on mobile working with a friend who's on PC, because then they can actually make a game. You could help by giving them suggestions or something, and like I've mentioned in my previous videos, whenever you get enough players to get the crown, you're gonna get messaged by Roblox, and it's going to include a link that you can fill out to give other people the crown if other people were working with you. So if you're on mobile and you're working with a friend who's on PC, even if you're just giving suggestions, then you're technically teammates, so if they do get 10,000 different people in their game, then they can give you the crown also, then you'll both get it, or if you have more friends you're doing this with, then I recommend definitely for the Adurite crown, work on this with your other friends, so that if just one of them gets it, then they can give it to the rest of you, because this is definitely going to be very hard to do solo. When you get 10,000 different players in your game, you're going to get a message from Roblox saying, "Congratulations on achieving the Adurite Crown of O's. Congratulations, you are receiving the Adurite Crown because your game has achieved 10k plus MAU. If you have any teammates you'd like to award the item to, please fill out the survey," and there's a survey I was talking about. If you have any questions, please contact our team at Roblox's Developer Awards Gmail. Here's what you gotta do. So Roblox updated it. It's not the same as my previous videos. Whenever you go over to create, then it's gonna want you to open Roblox Studio whenever you create a new game. So just press that, open up Roblox Studio. It's gonna take a while to load. So I guess they updated it where you can't edit games or make new games on Roblox's website anymore. So it's gonna say logging in. And then there's no auto-recovered file. I haven't even been in Studio for such a long time. Once you're on the screen, press New, and then you can choose from many different templates. I recommend choosing Obby, it's the easiest to make, but you can choose any of these. So you can also go over to YouTube and look up how to make a simulator, or how to make any game you want to. As long as it's a general topic, there are probably guides on how to make it. But I'm going to go with Obby, because that is definitely going to be easy to make. Here's what you can do in Obby. So there are checkpoints, and you can just press duplicate and move, and then WASD to move around. So then you can click that arrow, and then drag it to wherever you want. Of course, you should put the next one over here past the next checkpoint, and you can just add more jumps. Like, if we want to make a really bad Obby, we can just click that, duplicate, move it there, press scale at the top under home right here, make it bigger, and then do that again, make another jump there, then move the spawn point over here. And then we just created another Obby stage. Then you can test if it works by pressing play. There we go, I completed the Obby and I made it to this new checkpoint. So if I press the menu button and reset my character, then I should spawn back at this checkpoint because this is the furthest one. Yep, it works. So this Obby is working. You can just keep duplicating the checkpoints, moving them where you want, adding more blocks, and trying to make the Obby as long as you want. That was extremely basic though. You could do something like that, or I recommend, again, try making an actual game, because if you don't make a good game that people actually want to play, then you're probably gonna have to spend all day, every day for the entire month, just trying to get people to join your game. Here's something very important that they said on the dev forum. When an experience hits a milestone, the owners will automatically be added to their reward queue to get the associated crowns. At this time, awards will not be immediately granted to your account when achieving the milestone. Earned crowns will typically be granted approximately once per quarter, so I'm pretty sure there are 4 quarters, so 4 times per year this is going to happen. Owners will also receive a survey in their Roblox private message to indicate who else worked on the game in order to get the items awarded to everyone who has contributed creating the experience. What that basically means is 4 times a year, Roblox is going to award everyone the crowns who got enough visits. So if you're trying to get these crowns, you're probably going to need to do this within like the next few days, or else you're probably gonna have to wait another 3 months to get them. I'm not sure how long the window of time is, like if you're able to get the crowns for a week, 2 weeks, maybe they're just doing this for a few days, and then that's going to count as the end of this, and then you're gonna have to wait until the next quarter. So, like, in 3 months to get the crowns. I don't know exactly how this works. All I know is you should definitely try to get these as soon as possible. But that is everything I wanted to mention in this video, so good luck on getting the Adurite Crown. Make sure to subscribe with the notifications on for more guides on how to get Roblox items. Like the video, join the Discord server linked in the description. Follow my Twitter at Telanthric, use star code Telanthric to support my channel, and if you want to see how to get all items in the Metaverse Champions event, even though this isn't early related to this, just check out the playlist linked in the description. It has all my videos on how to get this stuff there. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.